when they have the advantage of numbers. They were provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight. Why can't the Selkath see what the Sith are really like? They should ban them all from this planet.
One day soon, the Selkath will pay for the indignities they have inflicted on the Sith.
I suppose your Sunry's only hope. We have to at least try to help him. Yes, but it almost seems too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Very suspicious.
Almost seems They do wish to conquer everything, and will not stop at Manon. Why the Salkath believe themselves invulnerable, I have no idea.
Speaking of that injury, has it been taken into consideration, Your Honor? Simply because it was real does not mean Sunry would have overlooked it being in Elas's hand. So nice to meet an impartial judge for a change. You said it, not I.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial. My husband is innocent. Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit. Sunry is... he's a cripple. There's no way he could have overpowered the Sith woman like they claim.
That's true. I'd forgotten about that. Let's not forget that he would have to have been considerably older than the Sith woman. I'm a Jedi, and one who is living alone in the Shadowlands until recently. That keeps you in shape, damn it. We're talking about Sunry here.
And there's no way he would do something so dishonorable as hit her from behind. Sunry's a decorated war hero. He's a hero of the Republic. Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunry didn't do this.
Jolee, what are you doing here? Alora sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, Jolee? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire?
You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case.
The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the Cellcath seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed. Well, I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Elasa there that night, but it's not what you think. I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith. Well, I turned Elasa into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her and had her eliminated. But let's look at the facts they've given. Elasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you! Further, they say they found my heroes cross at a crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Cellcath, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial. Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Cellcath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with offworlders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame me. Though that might mean figuring out a way into the Sith embassy. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial. Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide. How would they know? They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too, but I swear she was alive when I left. I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people to get them to convict me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. They've had it in for me since the war. You should ask everyone about that. They might admit to helping the Sith under pressure. Very well. I suppose there is still much you must do before the trial. Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial, just tell the warden we're ready. The sooner I get out of the cell, the better.
I doubt the Republic would be involved in anything illegal. Still, if this Selkath has concerns, we could look into it for him.
Be careful here, kid. Start poking your nose in a place that doesn't belong, and you might not like what you find.
I hope you're here to play some Pazak. I don't come here looking for sparkling conversation. So clear out already.
I am not for hire. Perhaps the Mandalorian or the Echani can help you, though they lack the stomach for certain jobs. They lack the resolve to do what needs to be done. The Echani believe in a non-existent warrior code of honor, and the Mandalorians prize credits above bloodshed, but I am Eridorian. Honor comes from slaying your opponent, and the true reward of any job is the taste of your foe's dying blood on your tongue. Ask whatever you wish, though you may find some of my answers distasteful. Manan has no such things, unless the Selkath have them hidden away at the bottom of the ocean. Is there more you would know? On my world, those too weak to defend themselves deserve to die. A murder is justified if you have the strength to kill your victim. Is there anything else you would know? Perhaps you should ask them. The Republic prefers not to deal with my kind, though maybe they need an Iridorian to finish the job. The mercenaries they hire must be failing, as they are never heard from again. That is all I know. Is there more you wish to ask? Yes, I'm not surprised. There are few on this watery world who feel comfortable in my presence.
For a while, the Republic were hiring anyone they could get their hands on. Now they don't have any use for us mercs. It's too bad. I could have used the work.
I am not for hire. Perhaps the Mandalorian. Why do you care? There are other mercenaries you can hire, though I suggest you act quickly. The Republic seems to be in desperate need of mercenaries right now. Though not so desperate they have asked for my help as of yet. They prefer the simpering, submissive type, like the Mandalorian or the Achani. Perhaps you should ask them. The mercenary... Perhaps. But my business with the Selkath is my own. An Iridorian has no friends, though I feel a strange kinship with you. You do not seem like the others of this world. Even the Sith here do not understand our kind. The Sith sought to buy my loyalty with credits, as if wealth could somehow quench my burning bloodlust. They would have been better off hiring a Achani for the errands they had me running. The task paid well, but was boring, and beneath me. I was told to lure the Selkath youth to the Sith embassy. Nothing more. I lied, I threatened, I promised, and I brought the most promising youth of the Fish People to the Sith.
So you brought these youths to the Sith. And then what did you do to them?
And there I left them. To what purpose I neither know nor care. Perhaps when the Sith learn I have betrayed their secret, they will try to kill me. I would welcome the excitement.
Sounds like the Sith are trying to win this planet by corrupting the Selkath youth. Much more subtle than their usual methods.
Is there more you would ask of me, human? Yes, I'm not surprised. There are few on this watery world who feel comfortable in my presence.
We might have a position within the Sith organization for one such as you.
Your offer is pretty good, but I've heard some nasty things about you, Sith. Is it true you bombed Taris into dust?
This is war. In war, certain distasteful acts cannot be avoided. But ask yourself this, when we win the war, would you rather be against the Sith or with us?
You make a good point. And I've never turned down a job that pays up front.
Excellent. Report to the Sith Embassy tomorrow for your assignment. I have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic.
Are you hiring for the Republic or the Sith? Then why are you wasting my time? There's big money to be made here. I can't risk missing a job offer because I'm yapping with you.
You're new around here, aren't you? My name's Duan. Care to buy a Sith girl a drink? That is, unless you're one of those simpering Republic soldiers. Well, some of the soldiers like to go and bet on the swoops on their day off, but this planet is bad enough without mingling with the locals. It isn't easy here, you know. Not with all the Republic soldiers walking the streets while we sit and do absolutely nothing. Malak should send a fleet in and conquer this whole sector, Kolto or no. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind, you know? You some kind of historian or something? You should forget about the past, look towards the future. That's why I joined the Sith. The Republic is old news. And then I get stuck on Manan, the worst post in the galaxy. It isn't easy here, you know. Not with all the Republic soldiers walking the streets while we sit and do absolutely nothing. Malak should send a fleet in and conquer this whole sector, Kolto or no. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just... What is there to investigate? Obviously, Sunry is guilty, but the Republic is doing everything they can to keep him out of a Selkath prison. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a... We Sith are interested in a lot of things. If you're smart, you'll stay out of Sith business. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind, you know? Oh, I get it. I get a little bit wild, and you want to hold it against me. Come on, what's the matter? Afraid I'll drink you under the table? Hey, if you're not man enough to keep up, who needs you? Seems I'm not ladylike enough for some men. Well, I may be a woman, but I'm still a soldier. Barkeep, bring me another round.
Hey man, clear out. You're cramping my style with the ladies.
Precious Republic's days are numbered. It won't be long until Malak turns his armada loose on Coruscant itself.
Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core worlds, now with the entire Republic fleet waiting for him.
You're a fool. When the Sith descend on Coruscant, our numbers will block out the sun itself. The galactic senators will collapse trembling in fear and beg for mercy at Malak's feet.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve. We'll die before we surrender Coruscant.
That can be arranged. Remember what happened to Taris. Malak could do the same to the core worlds.
He wouldn't dare.
Now it is you who underestimate our resolve.
How much for all this stuff, Tyvark?
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna muri ra. Tangi wama jiko na. Tonki.
Thanks, Tyvark. Catch you next week.
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna muri ra. Tangi wama jiko na. Tonki. Tongi wama aki inko tune. Portang hi wama ji aki inkotun tong pa no kun no nek. Tong hi wama aki inkotune. Portang hi wama ji aki inkotun tong pa no kun no nek. Chiwi ai. Tong hi wama aki inkotune. Portang hi wama ji aki inkotun tong pa no kun no nek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Ki muli. Kakinja Nawabagon, Pichage Borang Kurang, Nada Chawa Yishun Kun, Noba Murira. Chiwi Aita Katong Chicha, Agi Unko Tune, Chuna Murira, Tangi Wama Jikona, Tonghi Wama Aki Unko Tune. Potonghi Wama Ji Aki Ukotu, Tong Panokun, Nonek, Chiwi Aita Katong Chicha, Ki Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Uchua Kakinja Nawabagaon. Pichage Borang Kurang, Nada Chawa Yishun Kun, Noba Murira Tilai Kuka, Kang Nibora Tong Chitsa, Chesko. Tong Hidwama Aki Inkotune, Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Inkotu, Tong Panokun, Nonek, Chiwi Aita Ka Tong Chicha. Ki Mulira Kung King, Kimba no Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Uchua Tong Hidwama Aki Inkotune, Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Inkotu, Tong Panokun, Nonek, Chiwi Aita Ka Tong Chicha, Ki Mulira Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Uchua Penki, Topa na Otong Hidwama Aki Inkotune, Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Inkotu, Tong Panokun, Nonek, Chiwi Aita Ka Tong Chicha, Ki Mulira Chiwa Aita Kan Kicha na Jupornibo, Kun Muliras Nimo Poiwanga, Tong Idwama Chiwi Aita Ka Tong Chicha, Agi Unko Tune, Chuna Mulira, Tong Idwama Jikona, Tong Ipa no Tong Idwama Aki Unko Tune, Potong Idwama Ji Aki Unko Tune, Tong Panokun, Nonek, Chiwi Aita Ka Tong Chicha, Ki Chiwa Aita Kan Kicha na Jupornibo, Kun Muliras Nimo Poiwanga, Tong Idwama Ji Human Act. Tong Hidwama Aki Inkotune, Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Inkotu, Tong Panokun, Nonek, Chiwi Aita Ka Tong Chicha, Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Uchua Pek. Tong Hidwama Aki Inkotune, Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Inkotu, Tong Panokun, Nonek, Chiwi Aita Ka Tong Chicha, Ki Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Uchua Penki. Tong Hidwama Aki Inkotune, Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Inkotu, Tong Panokun, Nonek, Chiwi Aita Ka Tong Chicha, Ki Muli Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Uchua Penki, Topa na Otobokasa, Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Uchua Penki, Tong Hidwama Aki Inkotune, Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Inkotu, Tong Panokun, Nonek, Chiwi Aita Ka Tong Chicha, Ki Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Uchua Penki. Tong Hidwama Aki Inko Tune. Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Inko Tune. Tong Panokun. Nonek. Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha. Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha. Agi Inko Tune. Chunamuri Ra. Tong Hidwama Ji. Chiwa Aita Kan Kicha Na Chupornibo. Kun Muliras Nimo Poiwanga. Tong Hidwama Ji. Human Acting Ikatune. Jiska Dosoki. Kopa Bono Nakachu. Labora na Winky Smack Toma. Kuyami Jusku Chitanai. Uchua Pen. Tong Hidwama Aki Inko Tune. Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Inko Tune. Tong Panokun. Nonek. Chiwi Aita Ka Chong. Jiska Dosoki. Kopa Bono Nakachu. Labora na Winky Smack Toma. Kuyami Jusku Chitanai. Uchua Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha. Agi Inko Tune. Chunamuri Ra. Tong Hidwama Ji. Jiska Dosoki. Kopa Bono Nakachu. Labora na Winky Smack Toma. Kuyami Jusku Chitanai. Uchua Tong Hidwama Aki Inko Tune. Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Inko Tune. Tong Panokun. Nonek. Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha. Ki Mulira Kun King. Jiska Dosoki. Kopa Bono Nakachu. Labora na Winky Smack Toma. Kuyami Jusku Chitanai. Uchua Tong Hidwama Aki Inko Tune. Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Inko Tune. Tong Panok Jiska Dosoki. Kopa Bono Nakachu. Labora na Winky Smack Toma. Kuyami Jusku Chitanai. Uchua Pen. Tong Hidwama Aki Inko Tune. Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Inko Tune. Tong Panokun. Nonek. Chiwi Aita. Jiska Dosoki. Kopa Bono Nakachu. Labora na Winky Smack Toma. Kuyami Jusku. Tong Hidwama Aki Inko Tune. Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Inko Tune. Tong Panokun. Nonek. Chiwi Aita Ka Chong. Jiska Dosoki. Kopa Bono Nakachu. Labora na Winky Smack Toma. Kuyami Jusku Chitanai. Uchua Penki. Tong Hidwama Aki Inko Tune. Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Inko Tune. Tong Panokun. Nonek. Jiska Dosoki. Kopa Bono Nakachu. Labora na Winky Smack Toma. Kuyami Jusku Chitanai. Uchua Penki. Topa na Otobokasa. Yubabato. Tong Hidwama Aki Inko Tune. Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Inko Tune. Tong Panokun. Nonek. Chiwi.
You're the one defending Sunri now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want, too. The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunri comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunri running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though. Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure he left after the shot went off. No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court. What do you want to know? Elasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on. There were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named Glupor. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Firith Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know? Well, okay. If you need anything else, I'm gonna be right here.
You with the Selkath? You here to see me about the murder, too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me? Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Elasa's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics usually. I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room in private is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself. Well, Elasa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything. Well, one time, I saw Elasa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Elasa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest. Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify it to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
Chiki kun Selkath, Jona mulira tong Glupor. Glupor kinba no kun nek lorcha. Glupor kakinja nawabagaon. Uf mala nibo Glupor jimata wipunage. Glupor rankaja. Glupor tong hit wanaji Selkath agi inko tune. Glupor mulira, chuna mulira, tong Glupor. Glupor yun tung chiwi ita. Bola un chikne mulira Glupor. Kon muli slimo pui wanga kun viskin. Glupor kinpanik chalora kun. Glupor picha ge borang turang. Glupor wangki yumabat malyaw no wish. Glupor no. Kun muli ras limo poi wanga kun makachisa Glupor. Tong abog sinchan lupor ni nong kili, lupor chiwa aita kan kicha na selkat. Lupor nipo, mulira lupo, ni sit. Lupor sha, lupor pampa ki mulira kun kin. Lupor chachopa, si chawa wish kun kun. Lupor bak, tangi selkat wama jikona. Lupor ag inkotune. Lupor no molira, chuna mulira, tongpa no kun, no nek. Lupor chachopa, lupor bagwa shan konti machit Lupor nada chawa yishun kun.
You are the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too. Well...
You, Jedi. I hear you are investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface. This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunry and Elassa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes? I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies. No, of course not. You think state secrets are for sale on the common market? You would have to be devious to get what you want. Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
Welcome to Manan. I'm Roland Wan. As the official representative of the Republic Embassy on this planet, I'm here to help all citizens of the Republic should they require aid. Kolto is a precious resource. Its healing powers are near miraculous. During times of war, Kolto becomes even more valuable. As long as we have the permits, we will continue to harvest Kolto and ship it to our Republic soldiers battling against the Sith. Of course, the Sith enjoy the very same privileges. If there was some way we could gain an edge over the Sith in our Kolto supply, but the Selkath are fiercely protective of their neutrality in this conflict. They do not want to grant either side an advantage. A beautiful place, Sato City. A paradise on the water. But remember, within the city itself, the Selkath have absolute authority. They're a tough race, but fair. Obey the Selkath laws, keep the peace, and you should encounter no problems. I assume you received a visitor guide to the city when you docked your ship. I regret there is little I can tell you that's not in the visitor guide, my good Jedi. My duties rarely permit me to venture beyond the walls of the Republic Embassy. I don't know much about the facts of the case, but I find it hard to believe. I never met Sunry, but he's a hero of the Republic, not a murderer. The so-called evidence against him is an obvious frame-up. It has to be. The Sith must have plotted Sunry's downfall to embarrass and discredit the Republic. Who else? Sunry's conviction will be a blow to Republic-Selkath relations. Who would benefit from this other than the Sith? If you want to solve this mess, I would focus on the Sith. That or check out the murder scene at the hotel. Talk to the other guests. Maybe they know something. I regret I could not be of more assistance in your investigation. Is there anything else? Oh, of course. Of course, I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic. I doubt I can be of any use to the Jedi Council. An ancient and forgotten race. And you think it may be here on Manon? Well, perhaps. But if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do something for me first. We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Otto City, and it was damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Firaxan sharks. But while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated it to the surface, but we could not retrieve it in time. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Selkath authorities for some reason we've not determined, and were able to delay us long enough that they could retrieve the droid before we did. The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It was captured 12 hours ago. It is imperative that we get it back. It's intelligence information about Sith activities on Manon, as well as some oceanographic reports on the local marine life. It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith embassy here on Manon. Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not our elite ones, we have no one capable of entering the Sith base and retrieving it. That is what we would ask you to do. There are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith base. Any of them should work for you, although it might be wise to concentrate your efforts on just one. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter the base. He has proved most resilient so far. We managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards, the type they use for passcards. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are more skilled than our technicians, you may be able to gain access that way. Good. It is a very intelligent and skilled individual who can crack the matrices of a Sith encryption system. But there is one last method you should know about in case all other options fail. The Sith have got the Selkath to give them exclusive use of one of the main hangar bays. Visiting Sith Masters use this bay to land, then take a speeder over the water to an external entrance to the Sith Enclave. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a pass card to that hangar on him. While it is surely well guarded, it may prove to be the most direct route. Here's the card. The Sith base itself is very heavily guarded. If they became aware of your presence, I fear you would be quickly outnumbered and killed. Here is a pass card to get you inside our facility. You should find all you need to get started in there. You can choose whichever of the methods you want, as long as you get in the base and get the data recording back. Which method do you think you would like to try first? Good choice. We've been working at that for a while, but it's been too difficult so far. Maybe you'll have better luck. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to me, and we can see about getting you that information.
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh, good luck, you're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here. We got the box of pass cards we got from the Sith, but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns. The strings of numbers that end the code sequences. If we could complete those strings, we would have the key to their encryption system. The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final number in each of the strings. Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices seem to be much more difficult. Well, the second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into smaller subparts. Maybe the pattern for that is within each part. But I have to admit, all this is a bit over my head. I haven't even been able to slice past the first matrix, and I've been at this for hours. I've ruined a dozen cards already. But the good thing is we have a whole box of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. Since Roland said you were cleared, you can use the computer freely. I'll be here if you have any questions.
Have you managed to retrieve the data from our droid in the Sith base? Time is a critical factor. We cannot allow the Sith to decode that data recording, or our operations on Manaan would be compromised.
Chopa Jawa Wisyun Kun. Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha. Juba Chi Jopa Kun Wata. Kimba no. Chiska Nichu. Kimba Muli Ratwanaji. Kimba no Kun Nixet Abog. Kakincha Nawabakaon. Tung Abashu. Da hupa botenia do Gigi Piti. Just crunky to patslimo. Gino Molirani Bubo. Tonkin Ba. No kun Nexak. Tangit Wama. Chiska Nichu. Kimba Muli Ratwanaji. Kimba no kun Nixet Abog. Kakincha Nawabakaon. Da hupa botenia do Gigi Piti. Just crunky to patslimo. Gino Molirani Bubo. Tonkin Ba. Da hupa botenia do Gigi Piti. Just crunky to patslimo. Gino Molirani Bubo. Tonkin Ba. Da hupa botenia do Gigi Piti. Just crunky to patslimo. Gino Molirani Bubo. Tonkin Ba. No kun Nexak. Tangit. Con mulis limo poi wanga kun biskin. Zumirana. La boda na winki smak toma. Jiska da soki kupa bona na chachu. Chawana boto da tuka ulwan. Jiska da soki kupa bona na chachu. Tangpa. La boda na winki smak toma. Jiska da soki kupa bona na chachu. Chawana boto ugatagwa king kanki dora. Kuyami. Ubabatu konchi. Jiska da.
Hey, this street is for Sith only. You gotta pay a 20 credit toll to walk down this street. Hiding behind the Selkath laws. Typical Republic cowardice.
Queedle is the local favorite. You should cheer along with us. He needs the encouragement.
You got any armor plating for my swoop bike? I thought this garbage was free. You actually sell this junk? You fish are a strange breed. Don't worry, Junkman. When I want garbage, I'll be back.
Tustadan gelfa, Moisidan gelfa, Tustlag fandigo gelfa, Moisidan gelfa, Vadinogan gelfa, Vapuelta, Kolo Tustivan rebut, Tustadan gelfa, Moisidan gelfa, Tustlag fandigo gelfa, Mois Tuoda. Tustlag fandigo gelfa, Moisi tustadan gelfa, Moisidan gelfa, Brennau for the Tufta. Tustadan gelfa, Moisidan gelfa, Bundastan gelfa, Ustagel Chief. Hier fahren Maurice Tufte angewandt. Brennau for Vapuelta, Kolo Tustivan rebut, she erfüllt, she endured it out, and Rashi good. And keep me on. Brennau. Tustadan gelfa, Moisidan gelfa, Tustlag tuoda, Tustlag fandigo gelfa, Moisidan gelfa vadi. Brennau. Tuoda. Tustlag fandigo gelfa, Moisidan gelfa vadinogan gelfa. Vapuelta, Kolo tustivan rebu, Tustadan gelfa, Moisidan gelfa.
I know you. You're the arbiter in the murder trial. Elassa was a friend of mine. If there's any justice in the galaxy, they'll feed Sunray to the Phyrexians. Shouldn't you be preparing for the trial? What are you doing here? You can ask, but I doubt you'll get many answers you'll like. I know he'd already be tried, convicted, and executed if the Selkath knew anything about justice. But the fish people are as weak as the Republic when it comes to such matters. Is there anything else? Who knows? Some scheming plot, no doubt. Hopefully the Selkath uncover it and ban the Republic from the planet. Is there anything else? I haven't the faintest clue as to what you're talking about. Is there anything else? Go. Stay. Doesn't matter to me. If you want to, you can even wander up to the embassy gates. But don't expect to get inside.
I have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic. I have no desire to...
Takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ay donga. Tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Moga sham. Tongai tuam jiji yumalith pa ang inkotu. Tulpada bunk walya gando danago chuchut. Kachi takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ay donga. Tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Mog. Kachi chu ay donga. Inkin kuno bamuli rachi kun. Slima podonna. Rundi. Takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ay donga. Tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Motong ay tuam jiji yumalith pa ang inkotu. Tulpada bonk walya gando danago chuchut. Kachi Tongai tuam jiji yumalith pa ang inkotu. Tolbada bunk walya gando de nago chuchut. Kachi karadumpa kunpa yiyamoka paata. Bunanay kachu. Yinkin kuno ba mulirachi kun. Tong na bunsha takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ay donga. Tolbada bonk molya gando da nago chuchut. Moga shampongpa. Inkin kuno ba muli rachinkun. Tonga. Muchasha.
Kipuna na bonsha. Kavadumpa kupaliaya mokarpata.
sidan gelva. Der Bundas, Ufta Geld Chief, Bundas Papuelta, Kolo Duf Divan. Duftadan gelva, Hoi sidan gelva. Tuf Black Van Divan, now for the Dufta. She enjoyed it out, and really good. She Duftadan gelva, Hoi sidan gelva. Tuf Kolo Duf Divan Rehut, Papuelta, Tuoda, Elmotun. Kolo Duf Divan Rehut, Papuelta, Tuoda, Elmotun Fusi Nipio. And now for the Dufta. She enjoyed it out, and Duftadan gelva, Hoi sidan gelva. Tuf Black Van gelva, Hoi Papuelta. Kolo Duf Divan Rehut. Duftadan gelva, Hoi sidan gelva. Tuf Black Van gelva, Hoi sidan gelva, Vaninugan gelva. Kolo Bundasta Shelfa, Ufta Geld Chief. She avfallen Urisa Dufide Andevat. And now for the Dufta. She enjoyed it out, and Duftadan gelva, Hoi sidan gelva. Tuf Black Van gelva, Hoi. And now for the Dufta. She enjoyed it out. Kolo Duf Divan Rehut, Papuelta, Tuoda. Elmotun Fusi Nipilongan Gelva, Bundasta Shelfa, Ufta Geld Chief. She avfallen Urisa Dufide Andevat. Duftadan gelva, Hoi sidan gelva. Tuf Black Van Duftadan gelva, Hoi sidan gelva. Tuoda. Tuf Black Van gelva, Duftadan gelva, Hoi sidan gelva. Tuf Black Papuelta, Kolo Duftadan gelva, Hoi sidan gelva. Tuf Black. And now for the Dufta. She enjoyed it out, and really good. Duftadan gelva. Linda Dufta.
What do you want? I don't waste time with fans. So if this is about an autoprint, forget it. You can buy one when I get more made up. Leave me alone. I need time to prepare for my races. We'll get it over with. I know that if you do absolutely anything wrong, you get locked up. Seems like finding criminals is a great way to bring in the credits. I'm surprised they even let us race. Wouldn't want the crowds to get too excited. Excitement makes people unpredictable, or something. Of course you do. Everyone wants time with the fabulous Cassandra Matilde. There just isn't enough of me to go around. It was, but I can't seem to get a break lately. Hukta has been holding me off, and all he does is run over everything. But this place is all there is, until the circuit recovers from the loss of Taris. It's going to take a while. Not within reasonable traveling time. I heard there was a startup on Tatooine, but I'll stick with the legitimate tracks. Thank you very much. Huts aren't to be trusted, that's all I'll say. 2 years. But that's more than enough time to know the secrets behind the sport. It's all about the image you portray. Hukta is the thug. People like him because he's mean. I'm the pretty one, the one that people want to take home. Even if we don't win, we're easy to remember. That keeps the fans coming back. So race organizers want us at their tracks. Local racers don't bring in off-world crowds. They need us. At least they would if there was still a functioning circuit. Hukta Jax is the only other professional here besides me. He got where he is by making sure everyone knows he's the toughest racer out there. I don't know any of the other racers. I guess there's Quidel, the local favorite. He won't amount to much. You need money to compete. Maybe he's got some skills, but he just doesn't have the best bike. It's that simple. Yes, yes, hurry it up. Don't hurry back.
Chi ha tratto
Well, hello, Sector Champion. You must be proud right now. You'll excuse me if I don't join in with cheers of my own. Don't hurry back.
Tuhtadan kelpaa, hoitsidan kelpaa. Tuntu kolotus Ivan Revu, papuilta tuoda. Papuilta kolotus Ivan Revu, ikään linna tufta.
Mokao dangyafoki, chachiska do punta kakaspaka, bano oto.
Takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu aithaudonga, tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Moga. Mucha shak pangpa.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial. My husband is innocent. Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit. Of course not. Yes. Yes, he was having an affair. He was seeing that Sith woman. After all these years we've been together, he just dropped me like that. Not publicly, oh no. But inside, that's what it feels like. I started seeing Alasa last year. I had my suspicions for a while, but he was careless. Pretty soon everyone knew. But even though I'm sure that harlot was only using him, I know he couldn't have killed her. He came and confessed to the affair to me. He said he was going there to break it off, to end it. Maybe the Sith woman attacked him, and he had to defend himself. But even though he cheated on me, inside he's still the man I loved. Love. He's too kind and gentle to have killed her in Copeland. This is all a plot to discredit the Republic. Sunry is a victim of a Sith frame-up.
It's possible. I haven't seen Sunry since I crashed on Kashyyyk. A man can change a lot in that time. The man I knew could never have done this crime, however.
Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunry didn't do this.
Jolie, coming to check in on an old man? I must confess, I would rather you were here to speak to the warden and begin my trial.
Soon, old friend. We don't want to go to trial until we've got the whole picture.
Oh, I grow weary of staring at these four bare walls. But I suppose you know what you're doing. You know, the role of arbiter cannot be taken lightly. Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide. A Rodian? I didn't know there were any Rodians on Manaan. Oh, except for Tyvark and this one named Glupar who's hanging around the hotel all the time. Okay, so maybe there are a whole bunch of Rodians on Manaan. But what does that matter? If he planted evidence at the scene, it's a clear sign of a frame-up. He probably took all the evidence of the real killer at the same time. The evidence of a Sith conspiracy keeps getting stronger, doesn't it? I suspect there's still stuff you want to clear up. Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide. Oh, okay. Well, you know I was having an affair with Alasa. I went there to break it off that night. But I can tell you it wasn't easy. She was young and beautiful. But I love Alora. I knew I had to do it. I broke it off quickly as I could, and then I left. I found out later she'd been murdered when the Selkath authorities came knocking on my door. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. I hope you can see how the Sith are. Anything else I can help? Very well. I suppose there is still much you must do before the trial. Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial, just tell the warden we're ready. The sooner I get out of the cell, the better.
I hear you've been appointed. Lies! It must be! I knew the Sith would never let a Republic hero get away. You must find Sunry innocent. This is all a plot to discredit the Republic. Sunry is a victim of a Sith frame-up.
It's possible. I haven't seen
Find...
Jolie!
Soup.
Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. So the truth is out. I never meant to kill her, you know. When I found out she was a Sith spy using me to gain information, that something inside me just snapped. She didn't know I had found out. So I waited until she fell asleep. And then I killed her. Simple, really. But once I realized what I'd done, I panicked. I contacted those spies from the Republic to help me. They found the illegal monitoring device that the Sith had planted in the room, altered its recording to hide my part in it, and cleared up the evidence. I figured that was the end of it. The Sith must have been spying on me and Alasa, trying to make sure she wasn't a double agent. They must have seen the Republic spies getting rid of all the evidence, so they planted their own evidence. Alasa must have stolen that hero's cross from me long ago and given it to her Sith masters like some kind of trophy. I just thought I'd misplaced it. But when the cross turned up on her body, I knew the Sith had put it there. So, now you know the whole story. What are you going to do? You think I'm some kind of monster, don't you? All I did was kill a Sith. How many Sith have you killed? Dozens? Hundreds? Thousands?
That's different, Sunry, and you know it. We don't kill them in cold blood while they sleep.
I don't see how the two of us are any different. She was a spy. She was using me to get information so Malak's army could destroy the Republic. She deserved to die. If I confess, I'm looking at 20 years in prison. And the Otto City officials might even place Kolto sanctions on the Republic Embassy. Without Kolto, how can we treat the injuries to our soldiers on the front lines? No, I can't do that. And put the Republic's supply of Kolto in danger. No, I won't. Look, I may have done something stupid, and it may only be worse for my standing by it, but I will not confess. If you turn me in, the Republic will likely lose its Kolto export privileges, and then we'll lose the war for sure. Are you going to send all those thousands, millions like Taurus to their deaths just for your sense of justice?
Sunry, this is wrong, and you know it. I am a Jedi. What is it that you expect me to do to defend your actions?
You do whatever you have to, Jolie. I know what I did, but I also know what's at stake here. No, I'll rot in here if I have to, but I won't betray the Republic. Do what you have to, but know what the consequences will be.
Got something on your mind, do you? What? You think because I'm a hermit, I've always been a hermit? Just because I haven't seen Sunry for 20 years doesn't mean he's not a friend. The man could have changed a lot in that span of time, though. To become a murderer, no. I can't see it. That's not the Sunry I knew. He was a good man. Put me up in his home for a year back after I left the Order. War hero, too. Or so I hear. I wouldn't mind helping the fellow if we can. I owe it to him. Or you can be a young monkey lizard and ignore me, I guess. Well, I don't expect much these days. Got something on your mind? Bad men. Women too, to be fair. Oh, indeed. They make a fine sandwich also. But don't tell the Jedi Council I said that. And just what gave you the impression that I know anything more about the Sith than you do? Oh, that's right. Damn the years of the young. I was expecting you to be your usual inattentive self when I mentioned that. So it's true, yes. I fought plenty of Sith. That was during the time of Exar Kun. Oh, 40 years ago now. Has it been that long? No, of course not. The Sith have come and gone for ages. They were not called the Sith many thousands of years ago, perhaps. But the dark side was always present, without a doubt. Oh, sure, occasionally the light side comes close to vanquishing the dark. But the dark always returns. The fact that Exar Kun was defeated didn't mean the Sith would never return, as they obviously have now. Everyone knows that. Exar was a Jedi who was corrupted by ghosts of the old Sith, or so they say. He attempted to conquer the Republic and create a new golden age of the Sith. Better to say he was defeated, but essentially yes. The victory did not come easily, however. That is not a pleasant time to remember. After Exar Kun fell to the dark side, he attempted to recruit other Jedi to his cause. What surprised us, what took us completely unprepared, was how utterly successful he was. Many Jedi joined him and became Sith themselves. Why they did, I will never truly know, but they did. Battle broke out throughout the Order, pupil against master. We fought ourselves. Yes, more than difficult. Next to impossible. How do you fight against someone you love? Pah, I dislike such memories. It leaves a taste in the mouth that... it's a sadness I thought I put aside long ago. Ask me about the war some other time, just not now. I would prefer to be by myself for now. I'm sorry, Sunry. And Elora, there's nothing more we can do.
Oh, Sunry, no!
Got something on your mind, dude? You did what was necessary. Sunry was guilty. As sad as that fact makes me. Justice had to be done. Doesn't matter that his victim was a Sith or that he was once a hero. I only wish that my old friend hadn't done it. But that's the thing about wishes. They don't come true. And now Sunry's dead, which is a shame. He was a good man, you know, once. I don't want to talk about this anymore. My jaw aches.
That was an exciting time you turned in. Nobody else had a chance.
Allow me to thank you for helping put that killer Sunry in prison. Elassa was a friend of mine, and the thought of her murderer going free enraged me. But thanks to you, justice was served. So, what can I do for you? Ha! We know who we have business with. If you don't know how to get in, then we don't want anything to do with you. Now back off. If you have a pass, why are you bothering me with it? Just go in.
You there. I don't recognize you. How did you get in here? You! I don't recognize you. I know the face of every Sith on this planet. We'll get to the bottom of this. Commander Gran, report to the security desk immediately. You authorized this person to enter. I don't know them, and their identification doesn't match up. They're spies.
What? Sound the alarm! Droids, destroy them!
You shall fall.
I still get it. Now you'll get it. I still got it.
Yes?
And you need...
What?
Warning, activating flow control may flood occupied chambers. Please ensure all receiving chambers are empty. Warning, water transfer proceeding. Warning, activating flow control may flood occupied chambers. Please ensure all receiving chambers are empty.
Let's see what you got. I still got it.
So be it.
Sure.
Here!
There, take a bite.
The Force fights with me!
Yes, certainly you must have heard of the destruction of Taris. It's your honorable friends that committed that atrocity. I'm here.
Yes?
What can I do? You shall... You have been saved from more than you know. Given time, the Sith would have turned you fully to the dark side, and you would have betrayed your world gladly. Yes?
What?
How did you get in here? Wait. I recognize you. Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Taris alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
Well, let me guess. You intend to collect this reward, right? See? What did I tell you?
As you wish, my eager apprentices. We shall remove this thorn from Malak's side once and for all.
I'm here.
Warning, activating.
Hey, kid. That was a good thing you did there. Almost brought a tear to this old man's eye.
That was a truly noble act. The Jedi Council would be pleased. I'm here.
Sure.
And you need?
Yeah, what do you want? We fought against the Republic forces for some time, over the course of many battles. At the start, they were not much of a threat to speak of. But once the Jedi Revan took charge, things began to turn against us. The Republic fleets began to use more than just basic tactics. Feints, counterattacks, mass deceptions. Revan was a genius on the field. Revan abandoned worlds of their defenders so that others would be too fortified to strike, and was willing to make sacrifices in order to advance goals. And in the end, Revan proved too much for us. The Sith had gone, retreated into their empire. They sealed themselves off from the rest of the galaxy. We thought it would be centuries before they'd come back. It's amazing that they could rebuild their fleet so fast. But at the time, it looked like the galaxy was in our grasp. I still remember that final battle in the skies above Malachor 5. The two fleets filling the space around it, outshining the stars. It was not your ships, or your men, or your vaunted fight for freedom that won this, the final battle of the war. It was by the actions of one person, the Jedi Revan, that you prevailed. His strategies and tactics defeated the best of us. Even Mandalore himself was taken aback by the ferocity of his attacks, the tenacity of his defenses, and the subtleties of his plans. He fought us to a standstill, and then began pushing back. We really didn't have a chance. It was what we had wanted all along, in a way. We wanted to fight the best, in a battle that would be remembered for centuries. And we did. And Revan won. I don't hold a grudge against Revan, and neither do any of my people. It was the greatest moment of my life to be in that battle. If Revan had been a Mandalorian, nothing in the galaxy would have stopped us. But wishing for the past to be different is useless. Better look to the future, as we should now. We'll talk more later, I think. Is there something else you want to know? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Hey there, what can I do for you? I've made my peace with Griff and what he means to me. If he ever shows up again, I'll deal with him. But I'm not gonna dwell on my brother anymore. It's time to move forward. So, is there anything else you need? Okay, have it your way.
Got something on your mind, dude?
Not particularly.
I suppose you're going to nag me until I cough it up, aren't you? Nothing is private anymore, it looks like. There's no escaping it, I guess. So be it. My wife's name was Neyama. She was the Yukatis enforcer who shot me out of the sky, if you remember. My wife had plenty to do with the war. Upon meeting her, I knew right away that she was strong in the Force. That's why she was able to shoot me down. Neyama was a marvel of a woman. Fiery, determined, smart. She dragged me to the capital and foiled 3 of my attempts to escape prison. Oh, and that body. Well, yes, that. Needless to say, I eventually won her over. That was after I kidnapped her upon being broken out of the Yukatis prison, mind you. But, that's another story entirely. At any rate, I wanted to train her in the Jedi way. The Council refused my request, naturally. I was still a Padawan at the time. I was an experienced Padawan, surely, but not yet ready to be a full Jedi, and certainly not ready to train another, especially not one so old as my wife. Neyama was intrigued by the idea of becoming a Jedi. She liked the idea of power too much, perhaps, but I certainly didn't see that at the time. I believed in her and trained her in secret. I ignored her willful nature. I loved her too much to see fault in her, and she loved me too. I know she did. At the time, our love was a shared bliss, better than anything I had known before or since. Exar Kun is what happened. Neyama was inspired by Exar's promises of a new golden age. She wanted to join him. She came to me, pleading with me to throw aside what she called the decrepit trappings of the Jedi, to join her in Exar's war. I pleaded with her to reconsider, to think about all that she was throwing away, to think about what she would become. She would have none of it. Finally, in frustration, she attacked me. She drew her lightsaber and attempted to strike me down. It was a scene being repeated everywhere throughout the galaxy. Pupil against master. In my case, it was a long and terrible battle, but I defeated her. No, I had her at my mercy, disarmed and defenseless. She looked up at me and she knew. She knew I couldn't do it. But I should have. Sometimes I convince myself otherwise, but it's no use. She had fallen to the dark side when she raised her saber against me, and I let her go. To my shame, she went on to kill many Jedi during the war, until she herself was slain in the final battle. I grieved for her death, inevitable as it was, even as the Jedi Council put me on trial for my actions once the war was over. I had trained Neyama against their wishes. I had failed to kill her when I had the chance, and she went on to kill others. Not to mention that I had remained a Padawan throughout the war. For formality, perhaps, but with the trial, it had to be decided if I was worthy to become a Jedi at all. It was a travesty, of course. I told you that even the Jedi were capable of great injustices, didn't I? Of course I deserved to be punished. They found me innocent anyway. Even though I deserved every punishment and more, they let me go. Mitigating circumstances, they said. I deserved compassion, they said. They said I had learned wisdom the hard way. For all I had done during the war, they wished to raise me to full Jedi status at long last. That was when the Jedi left me. That was when they failed me. No, maybe you don't at that. They may have been able to forgive me. I could never forgive myself. Yes, I do, I suppose. Does that surprise you? It is all so long ago,